Hi, this is Annette Pasternak, the Stop Skin Picking Coach, and today I'm going to talk to you about 4 options when you can't cover the mirror. First of all, why would you want to cover the mirror? So the idea behind this, if you pick in the mirror, is that you've got such a habit of picking at the mirror that you really need to break the habit. Usually you might notice that you don't even really get the urge to pick. Like, you might feel totally fine, say, going into the bathroom. But as soon as you see yourself and you feel like you have to look up closer, and then you start touching your skin and you start picking, and it's really such a deeply ingrained cycle for you that one of the most effective ways to help you stop picking is covering the mirror completely. It's analogous to someone who's trying to get sober, alcoholic that is newly sober. Like, the worst place for them is to stick themselves in a bar, or around alcohol. So really, for a skin picker, the worst place is at the mirror if they're, somebody who picks at their face in the mirror. So this is the idea behind it. Now, sometimes, you have perhaps family members that need to use the mirror, or roommates that you don't even want to know that you have a problem with picking. And so there are times when it's not an option to cover the mirror. So I'm going to give you some alternatives that can help you instead. Okay, all hope is not lost, trust me. Okay, so the first option would be more if you're with somebody that knows about the issue and that's wanting to be helpful, but they just can't, go for covering the mirror completely. And maybe even you are like, I have to, see how my hair looks or whatever, or put on makeup. And so one alternative would be just if you can cover up the mirror from the bottom. Okay, and then, so let's say it's covered up to here, so I don't really see it if I'm standing a proper 2 feet away from it. But if I lean into, actually, cover it up to here so that if I'm a couple feet away from it on tippy toes, I can just see myself, right? But if I lean in, I cannot. Okay, so that helps, and it's good, also if you live with a taller person. Okay, but that's not one of the 4 options I'm really talking about here. So I'm talking about when you just cannot cover the mirror at all. Okay, so the first strategy to use is simply less light. Okay, and I'm gonna give you options in this category, but the idea is that what you don't see well, you won't pick at either. Strategy behind covering the mirror is what you don't see, you won't pick at. Also, what you don't see very well, you won't pick at. So some things you could do here are a night light. They have those night lights that plug into the outlet. Some of them are on they're just on all the time unless you turn on the main switch. And so our new rule for you, if you got a night light, would be you only wash up, you only use the bathroom basically if it's just the night light and no other lighting. Okay. Alternatives to a night light like that would be a flashlight, or what some of you might call a torch, a flashlight app on your phone. They have the app, so you can use that instead, or you can light a candle instead, or you can wear sunglasses. A client just gave me this idea recently. She started just wearing sunglasses into the bathroom because everything looks like her skin looks pretty good through the sunglasses, and she won't pick at it. Okay, so those are all good options. No matter which of those options you use, you have to make sure that you make it a habit. Okay, you can't just do it sometimes. You have to make it a rule for yourself that you use this, whatever you decide on, you use this form of lighting. You do not turn the main switch on. Okay, because you have to make a habit, because in the moments where you're less aware, or you have really the urge to see what your skin looks like up close and pick it, you've really got to fight that and just be in the habit of not turning that light on. Okay, and then it won't be also a decision every time. When we make new habits, it's like we just get in the groove of the new habit, and your old habit of picking at those times and places, that place especially, is going to diminish and be gone. Okay. So that's one option, was the less light option. The next option is to time yourself. Second option, time yourself. So here, what you do is you set a timer before you step into the bathroom. So whatever you plan to do in there, you know, give it a guess how much time you should be taking, and set the timer, whether it's on your phone or some other external timer, and then go in there and do your business and get out. And there's something about setting the timer it's like setting a positive intention. When you set the timer, you're giving it a bit of pre-thought that this is all you're going to do. You just mentally rehearsing, like, I'm just going to do the business I have to do and then get out of the bathroom. And so that helps, just mentally setting the scene. And then another thing you might consider doing is actually leaving your timer or your phone, if you're using that, outside the bathroom. Okay, so leave it either on a little table outside or the floor, or, the next room over, but somewhere where you will hear it, and maybe even your roommates will. Okay, so it will give you the added impetus to get back out there. And if you do fall into the picking, then you hear the timer, and it kind of helps you snap out of, if you're in a trance or whatever. Okay, so that's the second strategy. The third strategy is to get calm and focused. So to make sure you're not in a mindless kind of state, or an amped up, revved up kind of state to begin with, like a picky sort of state, you want to change your state to one that's calm and focused. So there's lots of options here. I give a really good breathing exercise when you sign up for the Freedom Kit on my website, stopskinpickingcoach.com. That gets you in a calm and focused state very quickly, like a minute and a half. So that could be a new rule for yourself, to do this breathing exercise. Any kind of mindfulness check-in that you might learn, just something really as easy as just like kind of getting settled, feeling your feet on the ground, noticing your breathing, maybe taking one deep breath and feeling your muscles relaxing, just kind of checking in and relaxing. Just something that can prepare you for going into the bathroom, where, if your kind of thoughts are all out here, you're going to be susceptible to picking. So getting yourself centered, present, calm, and focused is number 3. Okay, so the last option, number 4, is to change locations. So when possible, not everything you do in the bathroom has to be done in the bathroom, right? So for example, you could change up your routine so that you keep your toothbrush and things to wash your face either in the kitchen, or keep them in the bedroom in like a little carrying case or like bucket or something, and you wash up in the kitchen sink, if that's an option for you. Another option would be face cleansing cloths. They sell a whole bunch of these little like Neutrogena face wipes or whatever, and that's an option at night for just taking the dirt off or the makeup off. You can just keep that in your bedroom and just do that and put it in a garbage without even having to look at your skin. Okay, so those are 4 options that you can use for when you can't cover the mirror. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and leave a comment if you have other ideas.